There's one piece of gear that I can't live without on set, and you might be surprised. Hey, I'm Ben, and in my 10 years working as a director of photography, I've owned and used a lot of equipment, and the one piece of equipment that I bring on every shoot is a monitor. Let me tell you why. Monitors aren't very sexy, but they help me achieve a lot of the things that are important to my role as a director of photography. Funnily enough, I own a few different monitors. I don't have a problem, I swear. These are some of the reasons why I always bring an external monitor with me on set. Daylight viewable. Nothing worse than when you're trying to check the frame and focus only to see the reflection of your face staring back at you. Most onboard camera LCDs are pretty garbage outdoors. Having a monitor that you can see an image on when you're outside on a sunny day is invaluable to me as a director of photography. My small HD 703 puts out a whopping 2200 nits of brightness, and all I've got to do is hit the function button to bring up the brightness level to where I need it. Focus assist tools. Gone are the days of standard definition where focus was slightly more forgiving, with camera sensors capturing images at 4K, 6K, 8K, and even 12K. It's even more important than ever that your focus is on point. At such high resolutions, it's much easier to tell if a shot's out of focus. It's so important to have tools that help you make sure that the parts of the image that you want in focus are actually in focus. External monitors typically come with a few different focus assist tools, like peaking and focus assist, to aid you with manual focus. On my small HD monitor, I typically have both peaking and focus assist running at the same time, and I tend to change the color of the focus assist depending on the scene that I'm filming. Having a monitor that I use with multiple cameras gives me a consistency with how the peaking and focus assist looks between camera models, which is a huge benefit. Exposure assist tools. A lot of cameras on the market today have very limited tools for judging exposure, such as a histogram, which doesn't tell the whole story of exposure within your given frame. External monitors typically have multiple tools to help aid you with judging exposure within a scene. My favorite being false color. I'm a visual person, so I enjoy being able to see the different levels of exposure across the image in different colors. Custom LUTs. Shooting in log can be tricky. It can be hard to judge exposure and focus on an image that has very low contrast and saturation. Most external monitors on the market have the ability to load custom lookup tables, also known as LUTs, which converts the low contrast and saturation image into one that's more closely aligned with what the final image will look like. Here's what the image looks like without a LUT, and here's what it looks like with a LUT. You're able to toggle the LUT on and off within your settings of the monitor, allowing you to see whether or not you're clipping the highlights or the shadows in the recorded file. Ergonomics. From time to time, your camera can end up in some very interesting places, whether it's high above you or in a very small space. Having an external monitor allows you to have a comfortable viewing angle of the image that you're creating, whether the camera is on your shoulder or on a hi-hat or a very tall tripod. You will be able to have a more ergonomic operating experience. Ergonomics is a video topic in itself, but to keep this video short, it's best to view your monitor from a relatively neutral viewing position so that you don't have to put unnecessary strain on your neck or body, especially during long takes. Whilst I'm on a roll here, here's a couple of bonus reasons. Frame lines. In the age of social media, it's common to have multiple aspect ratios being output from one shoot. Having custom frame lines built into your monitor allows you to know what you're getting when filming multiple aspect ratios for different social media platforms. I've been in situations where I need to put a 16:9, 4:5, 1:1, and 9:16 all in the one shoot. It's not pretty, but having the frame lines for each of those aspect ratios on screen whilst you're shooting is greatly helpful, compatible with most cameras. With there being so many different cameras out on the market now, it's nice to have a piece of equipment that stays consistent across all of the different manufacturers. I've had this small HD 502 monitor since 2017, and I've used it with multiple different cameras in that time and still continue to use it up until this day. I really like the size of this monitor, along with the fact that it has HDMI in and out and SDI in and out, and has cross conversion built in, so you don't have to carry a separate device to convert SDI input over to a HDMI output, and vice versa. So these are the reasons why I can't live without my external monitor on set. They allow me to keep my image in focus, properly exposed and framed, all whilst allowing me to operate the camera in a comfortable position. External monitors aren't for everyone, or every situation, but for me they're crucial to have on set. If there was one piece of gear that you couldn't live without, what would it be? A camera, a particular lens, a light meter? I'd love to hear down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, don't forget to hit record.